This happened when I was 31. I caught my fiancée cheating with one of my closest friends. Total betrayal. So I took off on a cross-country trip, looking for solitude. I'm a big hiker and prefer going alone, so I picked a remote section of a forest in Utah, drove as far down a narrow access road as I could, and parked. I geared up, made a mental note of my starting point, and started my trek. There was no phone service, but I wasn't worried. I always download maps since GPS still works without it. My destination was a lookout point a few miles away, but the rough terrain slowed me down. About an hour in, it started raining. I hate hiking in the rain, so I let out a frustrated sigh and turned around, retracing my steps. That's when things took a turn. Eventually, I spotted my car in the distance and felt relieved this failed outing would soon be over. Then I saw it. All 4 of my tires were slashed. There was no way all 4 tires had coincidentally punctured. This was deliberate. I whipped my head around, scanning the forest in every direction. Nothing. I weighed my options. Without service, I was screwed. I needed to call for help, but I was 20 miles down the access road. I had to find high ground. Luckily, the destination I had originally set out for was exactly that. I had no choice. I turned back into the woods. Halfway to the summit, I heard it, rustling behind me, stopping when I stopped. I picked up the pace, not daring to look back. The sun was setting, the rain kept falling, and my nerves were shot. I finally stole a glance over my shoulder. Nothing, but someone could have easily been hiding. By some miracle, I had service at the peak. I called the police, told them where my car was, and that I thought I was being followed. Relief washed over me, but I still had to make it back before dark. I took a semicircle route, hoping to avoid whoever was out there. I walked parallel to the cliff for a while before entering the woods from a different angle. I hadn't analyzed this area before, so I pulled up my map. For a while, no unusual sounds. Then, not 30 seconds after thinking that, I heard a twig snap to my left. I turned. Nothing. Minutes later, another sound, this time directly behind me. My blood ran cold. I wasn't alone. Picking up the pace, I jogged deeper into the forest. Then, as if things weren't terrifying enough, I stumbled upon something that sent my panic from 5 to 10. A makeshift campsite, 12 logs circling around a campfire. Someone had been here recently. I jogged around it and kept moving, glancing behind me every few steps. Then I saw it. A foot. It disappeared behind a tree. My jog turned into a sprint. I didn't care about the noise. I needed out. The sounds around me grew louder. They weren't hiding anymore. I was being chased. I refused to look back, but I couldn't help it. I glanced over my shoulder and saw them. At least 6 people, all dressed in white, charging toward me. My legs burned, but I kept running. Then, in the distance, my car, and right behind it, a police officer. I collapsed onto his car, gasping for air. When I turned around, they were gone. The cop told me he had already called AAA. I was beyond grateful. I gave him a full report, and what he told me chilled me to my core. Apparently, Utah has the largest population of Mormons in the country, and the specific area I had been exploring had a long history, especially with cults and religious groups. He said I had probably stumbled upon one and was stupid for hiking alone in a random part of the woods. Honestly, he was probably right. But if they just wanted me gone, why not say so? Why stalk me? Why slash my tires? I don't think I'll ever know.